Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're able to join in today. When was the last time you had some good palmnut soup? When was the last time? Charlie, today we are going local. Here bewo abe na ya Abenkwan. Nsusa ni abe fresher. How we are more special tips. So use canned abe. So if you're using the already processed abe or the canned abe, don't worry. I'm going to give you special tips as to how to work that as well. So as we're celebrating the Easter, today is Easter Friday, and I'm so glad we were able to all come this far in the year. It's not been easy, but then we're hoping that yes, he who began with us would end with us successfully. So on this Easter note, this is your special Easter palmnut soup, or a simple quick fix cry. Even though we are going local, we're going to make sure that we simplify everything for you. So don't worry, be ready, watch this video, and after you see me for more tips. So for our palmnut soup, our ingredients to be needing is some fresh palm fruit paste. If you have the fresh one, you can use. If you have the tin, you can use. If you have the paste, you can use. Then you need some turkey berries, kwewu nsusa for fortification. You need some Prekese for fortification as well. And I like to add in some beans as well, the cowpea beans. Then you need some tomatoes, onion, ginger, garlic, pepper to your taste, and optional Kako, but Kako gives it some sort of filler inside. Then some smoked herrings or any smoked fish you'd want to use. Then you also have, I used Apofii in this video, and it's what you would call in English river snails, and they're also great in nutrients like calcium and those ones. And you have the cow hide, Wele, the big ones in there as well, which is also optional. Then some tomato paste or tomato mix, what we like to call tin tomato, some salt to taste. So to start off this recipe, if you're using the very fresh palm base and palm nuts, you'd have to cook it till it's cooked. So you put it on fire, you rinse it nicely, you put it on fire and you allow it to boil. When it's boiled, you realize that when you press it, you realize it's a bit cooked. So you boil it first, then when it's cooked, you drain off the water, then you pound it. If you have a food processor, you can equally use it to mill your palm nut paste. So once it's pounded and it's fine, you need to incorporate some water in to be able to drain the juice out of it. As the palm base itself, it easily solidifies. You'd want to use some warm water to do so. So when you're mixing it up, you mix with some warm water, and then you do it like I'm doing in the video. So you can use your hand, you can use a spoon, but your hand does it better because you're able to pick up the chaff well. Then you pick out the chaff, then you pick up the seeds from it as well. So when you pick up the chaff from it, it's just to help you get just the base. Then you can strain it. I like to strain it twice because sometimes the first one will not be too fine. You can do it twice or 3 times, how many times you'd want it. So you strain it with your colander, yes. Then when you're done, you restrain it into your main dish, your main bowl or pan you'll be using. Yes, so I do it twice to get good results. And you repeat the process till all the chaff is out. Then when you're done, you'd wash the seeds around it too to get all your stock out. In Ghana, typical African mothers or typical Ghanaian mothers, they'll let you repound the chaff so that you would get all the oil and everything from it. Yes, but then I just do it this way, just once. So once you're done with this, what you'd want to go on to do is to start off your main soup. To start off your soup, you just need to start warming the palm base because palm soup, it takes quite a while. Start warming the palm base. You can try to bring to boil your vegetables inside the palm base, but then if you're doing a very large stock or a large amount, you'd realize it can easily get missing. So I like to boil the tomatoes, onion, ginger, garlic, pepper, all of them with the Wele in the pan separate. Then I add in my beans and my prekese to my palm base for it to also start cooking alongside. So when my vegetables are cooked and ready to be blended, what I do is to pick out the wele and deposit them into the main palm base. Then I blend the veggies, and of course I added the stock back into the soup base. So once you blend them finely, then you strain it into the soup base. Now you can equally decide not to strain and then put it in. The beauty about palmnut soup is because it thickens when you are done, even if it's not too finely blended, you may go away with it. Yes, so you can strain it, or you can, like I did. Then you add in the rest of your ingredients. So your Kako goes in, your smoked fish goes in. The Apofii, I actually pre-boiled it. Yes, it's a bit of work to do. You need to clean it severally to get rid of the mud around it. Once everything goes in, you know you are done. You just need to let it sit on fire for a long while. As it's cooking, you see the oil coming to the top. It will settle at the top. Then it will come to boil beautifully. So as it cooks, you can check your salt. If it's okay, you add in. I always say, if you're using smoked fish from around this part of the world, especially in Ghana, you just need to be sure that you don't add in your salt early, or you end up having very salty soup. So once it comes to boil and it thickens to your preference, your palm base is ready to be served, and you can serve this with any carbohydrates of your choice. I hope you did like the video you watched. If you did learn a lot, if you're impressed, do well to like, share, subscribe. Do well to, most importantly, leave your comments in the comment section. If you have any challenges, please come back and let us know. So the special things I want you to take note of with the palmnut soup is that, first and foremost, if you're not using the fresh abe and you are using the already processed, a bit refined palmnut base, like your canned abe, or sometimes they sell the palmnut paste. For the tin, what happens is sometimes when it stays in the stores or in the fridge for a while, it's mida. So you realize that when you open it up, the oil may be slipping, quote unquote. The oil may be a bit less active, quote unquote. So what you may want to do if you're using the canned abe is always to put it in a bit of warm water before you open it up, or when you open it up, you can still use a little bit of warm water to get everything out of the tin. And you need to check if it's a tin abe or the tin palm base. You realize that usually it may just be the palm base. So if the fortification ingredients like your turkey berries are not in, you may want to cook them with your tomatoes and all those ones. Then you blend it together nicely. But if they are already in, there are palmnut base which has been fortified already. So you may get your garlic, ginger, Prekese and all those ones in there. If you're using such a one like that, you save so much stress. So you can just blend your vegetables and add to it. Another tip is that for your palmnut soup, you are free to add in your other ingredients to fortify as well. So you can decide to add in carrots to your palmnut soup. You can cook it, you can blend it in, you can cut it in, it's up to you. And sometimes to beautify it as well, you can try to add some pepper to it. So when you done cooking, or when it's about finishing, you can just drop in some fresh pepper in there. You can equally drop in some aubergine or ntropo, some eggplant or some garden eggs in there as well. And you can always add in okra as well to cook with it. So what that does is, if the person is eating, if you serve it and the one eating likes more pepper, they can mash the pepper in. If they like okra, they can mash it in. If they like garden egg or eggplant, they can mash it in as well. So it's pretty much up to you and what you want to do, or how you want to serve it, or how you'd love to eat it. But then you can feel free to add in as much vegetables as you'd want. It makes it more fortified and more healthy. So I hope you did like this palmnut base. And for your Easter Monday, for your coming Monday, I'm giving you my special abaliscious. Hey, if you've not eaten aprepensa before, I want to do aprepensa. So I'll see you on Monday. Till then, live life to the fullest, be joyous, be happy, and make sure you have an abaliscious weekend. Lots of love for my team and I.